Hi Aries, it's December already. Let's get your card for the month. Storm warning, okay Aries. There's a storm brewing, so there must be something that you have to deal with. There's a difficulty coming your way. You know what, all storms pass, so it's nothing to panic about too much, but it's just a reminder that if you feel something coming, or you sense something coming, or you feel rumblings of something going on in your life, you're absolutely right. That's what's happening. There's a storm coming. Brace yourself. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say about that. Okay, here we have it. We're waiting for things to happen. We're juggling our money. We're wondering what we're doing with ourselves. There's some sort of relationship breakdown coming in here as well, and that is a good thing. I've got you going around in circles, but ultimately we're in the right place at the end of the month. So it does seem a bit rocky, I'm not going to lie, but I've got you at the end of the month having everything that you want, but you're still grumpy about all the things that you've wanted. So that's interesting, Aries. We've got a little bit of a conflict going on here inside yourself, basically. The middle of the month looks probably like the calmest time for you, where things aren't that bad. At the start of the month, it's almost like we're waiting for something to happen financially, and that could include movement or holidays, because I've got that in there as well. Then I've got this breakdown of a relationship coming in here. This is interesting because even though I've got the breakdown of the relationship, it seems like a good thing to me. Like I'm not going, oh my God, this is terrible, get away from this person. It's just like, you know, maybe it ran its course, and maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a love relationship, whatever that is. But we're certainly coming to the end of the road with that. And I feel like you're going to feel free by the end of it. You know how some people bring drama into our lives and you don't realise until after they've left our life the drama that they brought, and it seems really calm. So this could be the calm after the storm, basically. I've had this happen in my own life where things just seem all dramatic, and then this one person that you've decided, no, I'm not going to deal with that person anymore for whatever reason. And then all of a sudden your life just feels really peaceful. That's kind of what this looks like to me. So who's bringing the drama into your life, and how do you need to get rid of that? If it's a job, if it's a friend, if it's love, if it's family, I don't care what it is, maybe you'll find peace at the end of the road with that relationship. Now, as I get to the end here, this is where things have felt like they're going all over the place. You're overwhelmed, you're high, you're low, you're high, you're low, but you are ending on a high. I've got a Wheel of Fortune in here. And then I've got the Chariot riding off into the sunset, conquering the world. So I feel like it's, even though the month looks kind of rocky, it's actually ending on a good note. But Aries, why have I got a Four of Cups at the end here? This is telling me that you probably have a lot to be thankful for, and yet you're still grumpy. So maybe it's time for you to somehow be grateful for the little things, or the things that you do have, rather than thinking about the things that you don't. Because the person on my Four of Cups card represents that. Someone who has everything given to them and yet they're still not happy. So that's not anyone else's fault, it's actually your fault. So why aren't you happy? What's going on there? Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising, you are the oracle. That's interesting that that's coming over the top of that breakup sort of relationship breakdown card, because if your vibration is rising and you are the oracle, so the oracle of your own life, and you're finding your way in this next adventure or next step or next chapter in your life, then people do drop off. It just happens. Your frequency changes, and we generally attract people of the same frequency to us, and people that aren't that same frequency drop off. So then you're looking at a situation where you're rising and other people around you are not. They don't have to be. It's not their problem. Nonetheless, they're dropping off out of your world, out of your scope of vision. Inner Temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Okay, so we're now going to go and listen to what you really want. What do you really want, Aries? It's one of those big, deep and meaningful questions that a lot of people have no bloody idea how to answer this. Like, I don't know what the fuck I want. I just know I want something to change. I don't know what the fuck it is. I just want it. Well, maybe it's time to write some things down, because after that I've got the Age of Light. You've been training this for lifetimes. So that means that you actually must somehow have a knowledge in you that your life isn't exactly where you want it to be, and something in you is not fulfilled. And what is it? And you're looking around for answers with everybody else. And you have to look inside yourself, Aries, because it's the age of light. And you've been training for lifetimes. Hello. If we don't do it in this lifetime, you might have to come back and do all of this in the next. So the storm warning is, I think it's quite appropriate with how I'm reading your cards, Aries, because you know how they say storms wash away all the dead wood and then you're left with this clear path after the storm. Maybe that's what this is about. That December is going to bring about a lot of changes for you. It's December too, so we always have this rush about, oh my God, it's the end of 2025 and how am I going to start 2026 and, you know, all those sorts of things that come in with an end of a year. We all feel that way. Pierce veil, move beyond illusions. Ooh, interesting. Move beyond your reality. Don't be shy. The hand on this card has a sword, so they're just piercing through reality. We're piercing through our own projections of ourselves, I want to say, or our own ideas of ourselves, and piercing through everyone else's as well. Do not be afraid. Pierce through that. Ooh, I feel like I just got goosebumps, Aries. That's really deep and meaningful. And a love card for the end of the year. Closure. Not all connections are meant to be, except closure. Oh, okay. That could be around the relationship that I was just talking about. It could be the friendship, the family, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever we're talking about, accept closure. That's sometimes hard to do. But once we accept that the door has closed, you know, that the longer we hang on to the doorknob of this door, the longer it takes us to get over it, the longer it takes us to find new love or just find happiness being single and being on our own. And there's a lot to be said for that. So maybe it's time that you accept the closure of that relationship that I see sort of ending, and that's okay. It's all okay. If that's difficult for you, again, it's okay for it to be difficult. It's just the next chapter coming. And the next chapter coming is probably something to get really excited about. So I actually really like this view, Aries. It's a bit sort of topsy-turvy and all over the place, but I really love it nonetheless. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next year. Bye.